Are Chelsea said to go back into the market and get a new defender? It's a very bad news over there at Stamford Bridge, and we'll break that down in today's episode of the Microwave Kicks. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button, join this family. We're getting bigger, we're going stronger, and let's get into the latest concerning Chelsea transfers and what's happening concerning Chelsea injury problems right now at Stamford Bridge. So let's get into it. It's a huge problem over there right now at Chelsea, and even if it looks like it's not much of a big deal, it is a very huge problem. Going into the new season with an injured player, a very vital player for the team, is the problem. Levi Colwill is injured. According to Ben Jacobs, he said Levi Colwill has an ACL injury and is set for a significant period on the sideline. Then Chelsea actually confirmed it by saying Levi Colwill has today undergone successful surgery to an anterior cruciate ligament injury. Medical assessment confirmed surgery would be the required course of action. It's a very sad one, a very, very sad one. Starting off the season, coming at the back of winning the Club World Cup, and starting this new season with an injured player, a very vital player to the team, is a very, very sad news for all Chelsea fans. And this is not just an injury. This is not just like an hamstring or something that could probably take some few weeks. This will keep Levi Colwill out for 6, 7, 8 months. So let's just say, because that's the point he would take to get recovered, then how long will it take to get back into his rhythm again? It's going to take a while. So let's believe the fact that he's out of the season. The season has not even started and he's already out. How long do Chelsea defenders keep on undergoing these severe injuries? We are not even done with the case of Fofana here. But actually got injured, in the Club World Cup. So right now Chelsea fans cannot rely on having Chalobah or Badashili or who. No, we can't see. It is at this point, those sporting directors have to do something and have to do it quick, because Chelsea has been concentrating more on the attack this season in terms of getting new signings in. Chelsea attack is fire. Estavo, João Pedro, Delap. See, this summer has been for the strikers. This summer has been for the wingers, but they have not been concentrating on the defense. That is very, very important. Is Chelsea going to rely on Fofana, the same Fofana that comes back from injury and goes back in the next 1 week, that has glass legs? Chelsea cannot rely on that kind of player. Is Chelsea going to rely on Badashili that is always out of form, that is not at the level of Chelsea? Are Chelsea still going to rely on Tosin and Chalobah only? Then there's a crisis in that defense at this point. Because trust me, I don't see Fofana as the first team player right now, because when you are readily available, that is when you'll be valuable. Let me repeat that again. When you are readily available, that is when you'll be valuable. Because in Chelsea right now, there's cause for concern for the defense, because at some point Reece James will be out with injury. Thank God this season at least he played multiple games, but he has always been out. Gusto is also getting injured most of the time. So those sporting directors need to go into the market and get a marquee signing, a defender that is not injury prone. Because it is getting worse. You cannot rely on the midfield, on the attack. And see, defense wins you trophies. With squad depth as well. So if you want, this season to be successful, then you have to get in a very good signing in that defense. Defense changed, Liverpool. When they brought in Van Dijk, everything changed. Look at how solid Arsenal are defensively. Keeping them at that second position multiple years because of how good their defense is. With Gabriel Magnellis and Saliba. So Chelsea has to work on that defense very, very. In fact, this is a cause for concern right now. This is a crisis mood right now. You cannot just rely on the attacks to give Chelsea winnings. Chelsea cannot just rely on the midfield to give Chelsea winnings. The defense has to be one of the vital part of the game that needs to be looked into. Also, the goalkeeping situation, because yes, he has proved himself at the Club World Cup. Yes, he's on form, Sanchez, but how long? You need somebody to keep him on his toes, and Young Gerson is not doing that at the moment. Chelsea rejected an offer for Young Gerson quite some weeks ago or some days ago from the Champions League team, I guess. So let's see what the sporting directors have to do concerning this case. Now, according to Kieran Gill, he said Chelsea are now assessing whether to bring in another centre back after the devastating Levi Colwill ACL confirmation. ACL is a year out, 9 months, a year out. So you cannot be contemplating at this point. You cannot be assessing at this point. You need to make that move, and you make it fast. Maguire is there. He has 1 year left on his contract. Go in there and pay 30 million and get him. You're not paying 30 million because that is what he is worth currently. You are paying 30 million because of the fact that you avoid competition when he later becomes free. Crystal Palace are valuing him at 50 million. You can beat the price down. You have players Crystal Palace wants. You have Sterling. You have Ben Chilwell. You have players in there that you could swap and add money and give them and get him back and get him over. This is a crisis mood at this time. Those sporting directors needs to go over and get him ASAP. Get a very good defender, because at this point you cannot starting the season versus Crystal Palace. See, Chelsea has to start the season strongly at this point. Chelsea has to start the season strongly. You cannot start with a draw or losing the game or something. He has to start the season well, and he has to be replaced. It's a very sad one, to see Levi Colwill go injured like that. And some players have been speaking up, and the likes of Chalobah sent a message to him. He said, "We are all behind you, bro. You will be back stronger." That's what Levi Chalobah has to say. And other players also have been speaking up. Lavia, who knows how it is to get injured, has also, showed his level of support also, to Levi Colwill. It's a very sad news to Chelsea fans. And let's see how it goes. I hope he gets better and he comes back strongly. Now, are you a football fan and you're not making money through football? Then you are dulling, because I bring to you legit information you can take, to the bank. That's why I bet with LineBet, a very reputable company who has the fastest cash out, on the market, the best odds on the market. All right. So this is the company you should bet with. And guess what? Djibril Cissé, a Liverpool former striker who won the Champions League with Liverpool, is a winner, is associated with winner, is associated with the winning team. This is why I bet with LineBet. He's a brand ambassador, to this company. Also, this company is a partner to AS Monaco, in France. Bet with my promo code MikeWay10 and get 100% bonus on your very first deposit. You can't afford to miss this. So bet with LineBet, bet smart, bet wise, and bet with the best. I'll leave a link in the description so you'll be able to navigate, into the website. And so Maresca had a press conference today where he was talking about the new signings and the players who, actually came into the team this summer. And here's what he has to say, concerning Estavo. Now, he said, "I feel very happy about the new signings because they are the ones we are looking at. For sure, they need time. We will give them time to adapt, which is normal, which is very important. Players coming from other leagues needs time to adapt in the Premier League." Now, he went further to say, now specifically on Estavo, he said, "For me, the biggest mistake we can do with him is to put him under pressure. He is very young. He needs to adapt. He is a fantastic player. He is very young. He is a happy boy." What this means and what I think Maresca is trying to say here is he needs time. And I know he's very talented. I know we have seen a little bit of what he can do, against Chelsea. And what I want to plead with fans is for you to give him time. He's still a teenager. He's still 17 years old. He's still very, very young. He needs time to adapt. That is why I think Neto should be the starting winger this season. Then we could gradually, Maresca could gradually ease him into the squad. Because trust me, if you rush him into the team and he breaks down, he will be under severe pressure and it will wear him out. At the end of the day, he will be under severe pressure, and he might not be able to get back into his form, despite the fact that he's a very talented player. So he needs to be eased into the team gradually, give him playing time, FA Cup here and there, Carabao Cup here and there, 10 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go in the Premier League. Gradually easing him in until he gets into his rhythm, until he understands the Premier League. Because he's coming from the Brazilian league. It's not the same league. Yes, Brazilian league is physical. Brazilian league is fast-paced, I understand. But he needs time, to gel and, play in the Premier League. He needs time to understand how the league works. He needs time to understand how to play with the team, how to understand how the team plays. He needs time. To me, I think a whole season. But let me know what you think concerning Levi Colwill. Let me know what you think concerning Estavo. Now let's move to the next story concerning Chelsea before we go to other teams. Now, according to the Telegraph, he said Manchester United have told Alejandro Garnacho that Chelsea will have to meet their 50 million valuation if he is to leave. The 50 million non-Madueke deal is regarded as the benchmark. So Manchester United are looking at Elanga. Manchester United are looking at Madueke's fee and using it to weigh or put it as a benchmark for Garnacho. Let me remind Manchester United that Garnacho has been sidelined. One, Madueke was not sidelined. Elanga was not sidelined. Garnacho has been put aside. He has been outcast. He has been an outcast already. He has been communicated with that you can go. So putting a 50 million price tag on him is not realistic. Because at the end of the day, you have him stay back. Because Chelsea are not going to spend that amount of money on him. Because Chelsea are interested quite all right. But Chelsea are not going to spend that on him. Alright, so it is what it is for Garnacho. Chelsea are not going to spend more than 30 million for him. Because he is not a priority winger. Chelsea already gotten the priority winger, which is Gittins. You cannot be more expensive than Gittins. His attitude already speaks. His form already speaks. It has already reduced his value. So there is no point, in actually paying that amount of money for Alejandro Garnacho. He's a talented player, no doubt, but he's not worth that amount of money to me. So let me know what you think concerning Garnacho. Let me know what you think concerning the first story I gave. Now let's move on to yet another ACL injury, and this is sad. Now, Tottenham Hotspur, according to Fabrizio, James Maddison will miss the majority of the season with an ACL injury. Return date to be confirmed by sports staff after this year. Tottenham looking at the market again sooner. From Sani Mogbel, he said James Maddison suffered ACL and will be out for the next 6 to 7 months. Sad one, Levi Colwill ACL. ACL is the worst injury any player could experience. It's the worst. ACL actually is bad injuries. I just hope they get back better and sooner, because that injury is not easy to get back and get into your form. I feel bad for Maddison because he has been a player that has been ravaged with injuries over and over again. Last season he was hit with injuries. The previous season he's an injury prone player. That's how it is. It's a very sad one. A very talented player like this that should be a regular starter in the English national team, because he's very talented. He's very good. Having injuries upon injuries is a very sad one for him. I just wish him the best, and I hope he gets back, better and quicker. Let me know what you think concerning Levi Colwill. Let me know what you think concerning Alejandro Garnacho, Maddison, and every story I've actually talked about today. Share your thoughts in the comment. Hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button. Follow this page. Share your thoughts in the comment. I'll reply every comment in the comment section. So I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay